Thank you for being here. Next up, we have Marco Lopez. And then on deck, we have James O'Neill. Is James here? James, okay. Welcome, Marco.
Welcome. Well, thank you. And I would say hello to senators, but there's only two left. Oh, sorry. Thank you.
There you go.
I would say hello to the senators, but there's only two left, so hello. So some of you might have seen me around this building. And if you haven't, my name is Marco, and I work with Representative Kitchens. However, today I don't come to you as a staffer, but as a constituent of Wisconsin, a place that I am proud to call home. A few weeks back, I went down to Nashville with a few friends for a nice weekend getaway to celebrate their birthday. And every Uber ride consisted of the same question: where are y'all from? Obviously with a little bit more of a southern twang than I just did. But every time, my gut response was Wisconsin. However, the real answer, like most things in life, is a bit more complicated than that. Well, you see, in June 13, 1999, almost 24 years ago, I was born in Apizaco, Tlaxcala, Mexico. And I was 4 years old when my mother brought me here to this country illegally. My family and I have lived in Wisconsin ever since, and specifically a couple hours up north in New London. That's where I have formed bonds with the people in the community. That is our home. That is where I attended school since I was 5 years old till I graduated my senior year. I love education and learning new things. I remember when I was 5 and I came running down the bus saying, Ma, ya sé cómo decir mesa. In English, table. Ma, I know how to say table in English. Table. I remember the cheesy grin I had on my face, feeling proud of learning my second language. And by the age of 7, I was fluent enough in both Spanish and English to bridge the strange world that surrounded us to our family. I was the communicator and informant for the family and the world that surrounded us, which is probably why I have anxiety talking to strangers now. But from asking what aisle the bread was in, to describing to the doctor the pain my mother was feeling from her fractured shoulder she got from working. I was forced to grow up quickly and understand my family was different from the rest of my classmates' families, not because of our race or our cultural differences, but because of our lack of ability to progress in this country. At a young age, I knew my place in this country. I understood why my mother did what she did, but I also knew what my mother did was wrong. I quickly understood that we were limited because of the decisions my mom made to bring us into this country illegally. I can't change facts. I cannot change the past. She did what she felt she had to do for her family to survive, and for that I am forever grateful. But I did not make that decision. Back then, I knew my dreams of becoming a lawyer or a doctor were just going to be that, dreams. My future after high school was going to consist of working a strenuous job for a small paycheck, until deferred action of a childhood of rivals, also known as DACA, was created back in 2012, giving us hope once again. And trust me when I tell you this, and I mean this, I hate this program. It is poorly executed with what appears to be little thought put behind it. However, this is better than nothing. For those unfamiliar with the program, DACA allows individuals who were brought into this country illegally 15 or years younger. We must have resided in the country for a minimum of 5 years, must be in school, or have gotten our high school diploma or GED. DACA allows us to have a driver's license, work, and continue our education. That's it. I am not allowed to receive any government benefits, vote, or even leave the country. This is not a path to citizenship. Essentially, I am in limbo until the federal government decides what they want to do with us. I am viewed as the lowest priority of immigration. In our initial DACA application, we have to essentially provide every single piece of document we have from our life. Our birth records, vaccines, medical visits, our report cards, homework, and pictures that clearly show that we are in the U.S. And after that, we need to submit 7 different items for our application, which also needs to be submitted every 2 years. A $49 or $495 fee, a cover letter, Form G1145, Form I-821D, Form I-765, Form I-765 worksheet, and that's where I provide my income and my expenses every year. And I also have to include 2 different passport photos. And after that has been submitted, it is a sit and wait for several letters to arrive. One being the application has been received. The second, the application is being processed. Then another for when the payment has been received. Third, then the other one for when the application has been approved or rejected. And if the application is approved, I receive another letter with my immigration appointment down in Milwaukee for my biometrics to be taken. And after that, I can finally receive my work authorization card, and then I can also receive my driver's license card. All of this takes somewhere from 3 to 6 months, and this is every 2 years. My education took a turn as soon as I heard the DACA news. I was also a good student, but now I could continue learning and establishing a career for myself, not just a job. In high school, I had straight A's. I did 4 years of German, 2.5 years of French, with various extracurricular, can't pronounce that word. Did volunteer work for my community, and I was in various AP classes, AP Chemistry, AP Lit, AP Physics, and AP US History, and AP Calculus 1 and 2. I translated for my church for 5 years. I was part of the Badger Boy program offered to junior boys here in Wisconsin, and I was elected Attorney General for that, so I was very happy with that one. That's awesome. And during my senior year in 2017, I interned for Congressman Mike Gallagher's local office, which was located at that time in Appleton. I wasn't just a regular student, I was a good student. But when it came time to apply for the university, I didn't even know how to start to apply, as I was the first one to do so in my family. I only applied to one university, UW-Madison, and by God's grace, I was accepted. But my college also came with a lot of hurdles. I was offered 3 different full-ride scholarships at the university. Unfortunately, I had to decline, as that is something as I, a DACA recipient, can't not accept. However, I was just glad to attend. Then I was hit with another issue. I have to pay out-of-state tuition, a state that I have lived in since I was 4. But that did not stop me from pursuing my goals. I worked my butt off, both studying and with my jobs, and I was able to get private donors to assist me with the cost. I was able to finally graduate this past December, and now I sit to you before you as a college graduate from UW-Madison as a double major in political science and physics with minors in mathematics and public policy. And I am not done pursuing my dreams quite yet. I want to go to law school. I want to become a patent attorney and potentially get my PhD in neuroscience alongside that. I have worked where I've gotten, and I will, regardless of my status, I have worked at a restaurant, a farm, a factory, as a gardener, as a cleaner, and as a tutor, as a chiropractor's assistant, at a 401k and ESOP company, as a government intern, and now as a legislative aide. I will be successful in whatever I set my mind to. I want to help my community and our home. I am a proud Wisconsinite. I love cheese curds, a cold bottle of New Glarus Spotted Cow, and I know how to make a true old-fashioned. This might be the... And this might be the most controversial thing I say today, but I am a cheesehead, and I am glad Rogers left. I say bubbler. I say bubbler instead of drinking fountain. I enjoy country music. I love Taylor Swift, and I'm going to see her in concert, and let me tell you, nothing gets whiter than that. I am clearly Mexican, and as we have a saying in Mexico, tengo el nopal en la frente, which roughly translates to, I have a cactus stuck to my forehead, meaning I cannot deny I'm Mexican. I love my culture, and I am proud of it, but I also love this country, and I am proud of that. We pay our taxes to receive no benefits, and I am proud to do so because it means I get to stay in this country. So, senators, I am here today not asking you to give us a handout or to fix the entire immigration system. I am asking you to help us, help and protect our communities. Being a police officer is an honorable job that requires a lot of bravery. We want to pay it forward in the communities that have helped us love Wisconsin. Thank you.
So do you have that, is that written? Can we get a copy of that?
I think it's been received.
Oh, do we have it?
Yes.
I didn't see it.
Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead. Is that the first one?
I first of all wanted to say thank you. I mean, to testify, I wanted to say also, wow, your story is amazing. It's inspiring. And I was joking and teasing you, and I was like, not cheese curds. You like cheese curds. So I'm sorry for interrupting you when you were talking, but I wanted to just say it means a lot for you to be here today and to share your testimony and to speak for so many voices that may not feel comfortable to come and testify or for whatever reason, and to tell the story also of the work that is put in, and by naming all of the different jobs you've had, it also kind of speaks to so many others. And so I just needed to take a moment and say that, and to thank you for testifying, because I feel that this is one of the reasons that we also should figure out something for driver's license and some other things. But I'm really happy to be on this bill and glad you came today. Thank you.
So, Marco, are you looking to become a United States citizen?
There is no path. There is no way I can.
No, but I mean, if the path
Yes, that would be fantastic.
thing, if that happens, is that what you're looking to do?
That would be great if that was an option granted to
Okay.
us. Obviously, that's a long down the road and
No, no,
federal issue.
It's a federal issue, but I think there are people that are looking at trying to solve that issue, and allowing you to go through the process. I think you're already putting all this information in, and in triplicate and duplicate, and where's the 495 go? I mean, where do they come up with that? Is that like a processing fee?
Essentially, that's what they label it as. I don't know where it goes. I just know I have to submit it, and that's it.
Interesting. Well, I appreciate your testimony, and yes, Senator James.
Well, thank you. And you know what? You brought God to the table. God bless you. I definitely admire your story, and it gives me goosebumps inside just knowing that, you know what? We can do things, and we can make a difference. And I think this is one of those things that we have this opportunity to do, and it is very inspirational of what you've accomplished up to this point. How long does it take? So every 2 years you submit application to Homeland Security. How long does it take for you to get a response back?
It could range from 3 to 6 months. It's just a matter of waiting for those letters. So when you initially sent your application, it takes about a month to get a letter saying that it has been received and that it's being processed and that the payment has received. And then you get another waiting period of the court order or your immigration order to go down to Milwaukee so you can get your biometrics taken, which then takes another time for that appointment to actually be set up.
Okay,
So 3 to
define
6.
biometrics.
Fingerprints, height, weight, hair color, weight, pictures taken, everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Interesting. Thank you so much for your testimony. Really appreciate it, and persistence. Thank you.